Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood, and today I'm going to be bringing you the first replay from my subscriber tournament. The tournament actually started yesterday, and there are 16 participants, and they have a full week to complete their first round match due to time zone issues and all of that. So this isn't like one of those flash tournaments that are done in a day just to make it easier to run so that I can actually commentate everything. But I think like 5 of the people have already fought their matches. I went ahead and downloaded 2 of the replays. So today we will take a look at the very first battle that I got, which was ExoticTactics versus peterlyons101. And I'm not going to tell you guys who won this, but ExoticTactics here is playing as Egypt, and peterlyons is playing as Macedon. So we're going to go ahead and watch this replay. Can see Egypt here has, I believe these are Hellenic Royal Guard, these pikemen here. He's got 2 of these mercenary slinger units, and then these Galatian Royal Guard. There are 5 of them, and then 2 of the cavalry. I don't remember what they're called, but they're very similar to companion cavalry, which Macedon has for their general. And Macedonia here has a lot more skirmishing as well. They have 4 slingers, and then these royal peltists, they have 5 of them. 3 foot companions, 2 just thorax pikemen, 3 hoplites, and 2 Tarentine cavalry. So Egypt has a much smaller force, but they actually have the advantage in cavalry simply because these here Ptolemaic cavalry, not good at pronouncing things, but these guys are much better in a melee fight than the Tarentine cavalry, which we actually can't see at the moment. And so the only real melee cavalry that Macedonia has is their general, the companion cavalry there. So real quickly, we'll take a look at these armies. You can see all of these Galatian Royal Guard here. Very elite sword units of Egypt. There are the mercenary Rhodian slingers. And ExoticTactics is going to play very interestingly this battle. I've watched this replay. So he is very much out-skirmished. He only has 2 skirmish units, and he's going to try to play in a way to maximize those 2 skirmish units because his opponent does have a much larger force than him. While he might have a stronger infantry force here, he is matched in numbers in just infantry by Macedon, and with the skirmishing, if he just outright engages, it could cause problems. But you can see he's got his Hellenic Royal Guard here. These are the pikemen, not carrying their pikes yet, more Galatian Royal Guard. And then I believe he did have 2 of the thorax pikemen somewhere. Unless I was wrong. Oh no, that was Macedon. Yep, so that's his full army there. You can see them moving up. He's going to split up his sword units, 1 in the middle, 2 on either flank. He's going to try to wrap it around Macedon here. And there's the overview map. You can see these Ptolemaic cavalry out here on the far right of ExoticTactics' flank here. And Macedon is going to be countering this simply by putting these hoplites over here facing those cavalry. And these guys right now are in hoplite formation, which hoplite phalanx, my bad, which is not really going to help them all that much because 1, the cavalry's way too far away. He could easily, as he's doing now, just go around it, but very defensive stance there. And you can see all of the slingers, and I believe those Tarentine cavalry are still hidden in the woods over here, right around here somewhere. But we'll be able to see them in just a little bit. You can also see Macedon here is moving their companion cavalry out this way, just as kind of a deterrent for this cavalry, although once again Egypt does have the superior cav force. Yet that could be a problem fighting these guys so close to support from hoplites, since they do have the speed boost. They could quickly get in there and make things difficult. And here comes that Tarentine cavalry. coming out of the woods here. And you can see these guys there in the diamond formation. Once again, these guys aren't all that excellent in melee. They are mainly skirmisher cavalry throwing javelins as they move forward there. Meanwhile, out on the front, Egypt is moving forward, maintaining formation, slowly moving forward, getting into skirmishing range here. These Rhodian slingers are going to be fighting the Macedonian slingers here soon, one more unit of which is over here, advancing pretty much by themselves towards these cavalry, which I believe they may now be in range of. And yep, there you go, you can see them throwing some of their slinging, whatever you want to call it, shooting projectiles at these guys. And he notices that Egypt here, and he's going to go ahead and back off this cavalry. If these slingers keep following, they'll be easy target for the cavalry a little bit later. So it's at this point here, you can see the slingers are going to move forward. He's targeting both units on this single one here, and we will take a look at this engagement from the point of view of the Macedonians. So in come these slings. You can see these guys getting absolutely torn apart. They are returning fire, but I will tell you guys that Egypt is getting hit nowhere near as bad as these guys, and I think it's because those mercenary slingers are a better unit than just these standard slingers. And you can see here these guys just getting absolutely torn up. Also the lovely new blood and gore mod. Went ahead and got that, figured if we're gonna do a tournament it might as well be a bloody one. So you can see quickly these guys are moving on to the second unit here, and they are just absolutely tearing apart these slingers of Macedonia here. That guy getting hit right in the face. Yeah, poor guys. Meanwhile, over here, maintained minimal losses. Each unit has lost, well, this one's lost 5, now 6. This one has lost 4 men, which is nowhere near as bad as you guys can see as the amount of death being rained down upon the Macedonian skirmishing. And at this point, Macedon is starting to advance, although slowly, because you can see these guys are in phalanx formation. Also, once again out here, cavalry's just kind of out on the flank. They're not actually going to engage yet. And as these royal peltists here, or just peltists, my bad, they are not royal peltists, but they are getting off a volley or two here. You can see some of these poor guys impaled. That guy, super bloody mess with 2 spears through his face. So ExoticTactics is going to go ahead and retreat and try to keep skirmishing with his 2 units as long as he can, because at this point he's pretty much beaten the slingers. This unit came back from routing. They will rout again very quickly if they are engaged. And this unit here of slingers is almost full, but once again you guys saw how effective those Rhodian slingers were, so they are going to hopefully, for ExoticTactics, he wants them to quickly continue to make work of these slingers. He wants to try to take out as much of this skirmishing as possible before he actually has to get into an infantry engagement. So you can see as these peltists advance again, he is going to fall back once more. There's the overhead of that. We'll take a look at this unit, and now this unit of cavalry, already been in a little bit of a fight. This guy here is a little bloody, probably got hit by a stone or something from the slingers off that way. And there is that Tarentine cavalry moving forward. These guys here moving forward, you can see those hoplites trying to give chase, running right through the middle of the battlefield. You can see the slings still firing, taking out some of those peltists there. Yeah, men dropping. And there's more slingers back behind. And these guys were going for all of these slingers here, but they are trying to find an opening, and this is the one they decide to take. These are the peltists, not slingers. and then he's going to quickly try and withdraw here before the Macedonian foot companions come in, because as you guys probably know, cavalry versus phalanx, not the wisest of choices there. Over here also, Macedon's being aggressive with these Tarentine cavalry, and they're going to get off one or two spears here, but they are actually going to get caught while they're trying to turn around and retreat by these Ptolemaic cavalry here. They are going to quickly make short work of these guys, simply because the Tarentine cavalry are not very effective in melee at all, as I have said. Also, here comes one of these Galatian Royal Guard units to back up if need be. So exotic tactics here, and as Egypt is still falling back, still trying to make the best use of these slingers who are at this point exhausted, but he's gonna fight them as much as I can. And that guy there, he is obnoxiously bloody. Makes you wonder what that guy's been doing. But here comes the Macedonian forces once more. These Peltis still taking fire from the slingers as they advance. And once again, Egypt falling back here. And I believe this is to the full extent which he actually falls back. And right now, his cavalry is getting caught in the flank by these companion cavalry who got off a charge on them, although the charge was actually not very effective because of the angle he caught them at. He didn't get the full charge bonus, so this is going to be a pretty even fight here, except for the fact that the Egyptian cavalry is exhausted, and these Galatian Royal Guard, I do believe, are going to come over and help with that. But now at this point you can see that Egypt is no longer running away. They are advancing, moving up their pikes here, moving swords around either flank, and they are trying to wrap up this Macedonian phalanx. And now they're going to fall back once more. But at this point the engagement is just about to happen. You can see this fight still going on. The Macedonian companion cavalry getting the upper hand in that. Here comes some of those Tarentine cavalry, but also way around the back. More Egyptian cavalry there. And here comes the Egyptian phalanxes. And here comes the battle lines. You can see some of the slings coming in. A few of those guys taking hits. Whoops, did not mean to exit out of that. And there comes the Macedonian foot companions. And so pike phalanx fight is going to begin here. These guys attempting to get the upper hand over each other in this bloody phalanx fight. You can see guys just getting stabbed. And this here, this is where things start going bad for the Macedonian player, because his unit is taking way more losses simply because they attacked, and they attacked at the perfect angle. Like here, they are not actually really getting into contact with the Egyptian phalanx, so you can see this just pile of bodies here. Also the swords coming around the flank there. So it pretty quickly went very badly all around for Macedon here, at least on the pike phalanxes. They just got absolutely massacred. Made a little bit of headway here, but with the backup from the Galatian Royal Guard, not too much could be done. Down in here, you got these guys now fighting it out. And these are the Galatian Royal Guard fighting some of the hoplites of Macedon. This guy here, a bloody mess on the ground. That guy getting brutally stabbed. And it's at this point that pretty much all across the line, these skirmishers are just going to rout. Over here, these hoplites are now going to go ahead and rout and that's going to be the end of the battle. So, good game to both opponents. I'll get... Yep, so ExoticTactics there, the winner as Egypt. Sadly, the replays still don't show, and I don't know if they're going to add that, the statistics screen, which is kind of disappointing, because it would be fun to see the actual stats and, you know, kills per unit and all of that of the battles, but that is a feature that is not in the game, which was in previous games. But very good game to both players. ExoticTactics, the winner there, he will be moving on to the next round, and I don't know who he will be fighting yet because the other match has not been completed yet. But peterlyons101, good game to you. Thank you for participating, and maybe we might see him again in another tournament if he so chooses. But anyways, guys, that was the first battle, Egypt versus Macedon there. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned. There will be quite a few more throughout this week. Thanks, guys.